Hey everyone, welcome back. This is yet another video for the Otaku edition. Can't believe it's already the first haul of 2022. So I can't believe the new year is off to such a great start. I wanted to tell you guys just before I move on with the video, please, if you haven't done so already, please take some time to smash that like button and of course hit that beautiful red subscribe button. Become a subscriber to my channel if you haven't done so already, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you're notified whenever I post something new. So with that down and out of the way, let's get down straight to the video. So when I'm recording this clip, it is currently the 13th of Jan 2022, and these are all the packages that came in over the course of this past 1.5 to 2 weeks. Let's start unpackaging them. Let's start hauling them. So first up in our list, first up in the haul is Love of Kill Volume 5. Now in the previous videos, I guess in my December haul video, I did haul volumes 1 to 4, so I do have those. I'll leave a link to the December manga haul somewhere up there. I'll leave a card somewhere up there so that you guys can check it out. Do check it out. So we have Love of Kill Volume 5. This is, you guys gotta excuse the noise in the background. That's my little girl. She's busy playing with something. So please excuse that. So Love of Kill Volume 5 involves this sort of Mr. and Mrs. Smith dynamic between our two main characters. So this guy is an assassin. She is also somewhere working somewhat in the same industry, from what I have read so far, he seems to have taken interest in her. She so far does not seem to be returning anything, returning the affections. She seems just more annoyed than anything. But I do believe this series is getting an anime soon. I've seen the trailer for it. It looks pretty good. There is a lot of action. The romance does take a bit of a back seat as to where I have read so far. So there is a good deal of action and intrigue going on. It's got something to do with her past and he's somehow involved in it also. So I'm really interested in seeing where it goes. I will say it's a bit of a slow read for me. It does take time to pick up pace. So Love of Kill Volume 5. So next up, I have Chainsaw Man Volume 8. Chainsaw Man is one of those things that I'm picking up as and when I can get them. As of right now, I have hauled Volume 6 and 3 in previous hauls. So this is Volume 8. I think the new volume should be coming out sometime soon, but as of right now while recording this is the most latest volume. There are volumes 11, but a season like Chainsaw Man 2 has already been announced by the creator Tatsuki Fujimoto. So I can't wait to see that. I have always said I was very late on the train to Chainsaw Man. The art in this is good. I don't want to open it for fear of spoilers. So that's a look at the cover. One of the main factors that convinced me to pick up Chainsaw Man in the beginning, I was not pretty sure whether it was a bit too much for me, whether I would enjoy it. But one of the main factors that convinced me to pick it up was the trailer. That trailer was awesome. Chef's kiss. I thought it was really well done and I can't wait to see the anime. So that's why I thought I might as well start picking up the manga volumes as and when I can get a hold of them. So once I have a good stretch of the volumes, I do intend to do a binge read before I watch the anime. So yeah, that's Chainsaw Man Volume 8. So next in our list, we have Fruits Basket Volume 12. Now Fruits Basket, I have a straight run up to Volume 5, I think. Yeah, till Volume 5. I am having a tough time getting Volume 6. And I have mentioned many times before, this was one of the first manga series that I started collecting. A reason was because I loved the old anime that was out, and when I saw the new anime, I thought definitely I'd read the manga before I watched the new anime. Fruits Basket, I know it looks very cutesy and stuff on the cover, but it does explore some pretty dark themes. This is volume 12. Beyond volume 5, I'm picking up as and well randomly as I go. A rule of mine is to pick up stuff sequentially, but I am making an exception for this, like I did with Chainsaw Man, mainly because I'm finding it so difficult to get my hands on these collector's editions, particularly past volume 5. So yeah, that's Fruits Basket. This has been Fruits Basket. I hope I get to complete my collection real soon. This, I believe, is the final volume. So yeah, that's Fruits Basket. Also, I'd like to bring attention to the colorful spines. I love the pastel shades that they have in all these spines, and they look really, really good on the shelves. So that's Fruits Basket volume 12. The next pickup I have is Rosen volume 1. Now, I really don't know much about this. I know it is like, it's about vampires and this girl who ends up having to live with these vampires. When I read the synopsis, I thought it very much resembled the synopsis to Diabolic Lovers. And I am unapologetically, I love anything with vampires in them. I was one of those kids who loved to sit and watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so that can speak a great deal to how old I am, but I used to love watching that. So vampires always fascinated me, and after there was this period in my life when I went into this huge binge of vampires, but I will say I was not the biggest Twilight fan. Twilight just did not do it for me. I don't think I really didn't like that much. It wasn't the best thing, it wasn't the worst thing ever, but it wasn't for me. So Rosen I believe follows a girl who ends up having to live with these vampires, and how she copes with it. If I'm not mistaken, that is it, but just to be sure, I will make it a point to put a blurb up somewhere on top. I first saw this book when it was in Shay Geek South's one of her reviews or her reading logs, or one of her videos is when I saw it, and intrigued me enough to want to pick it up. So this is volume 1. So straight off, I'm looking at the art. It looks pretty decent, it looks pretty good. I don't know what to expect of this. Like I said, straight off from the plot when I read it, it gave me a Diabolic Lovers vibe, and I have to apologetically say that I was one who watched both seasons of Diabolic Lovers. I know it's a very controversial thing, but I watched it. So this gave me that kind of vibes. So I am interested in getting to this. I do believe the next volume will be out in, I don't know, March or April, I'm not sure. But it is a little slower release. So yeah, I want to give this a shot and see how it goes, which direction it goes. Hopefully it won't disappoint. Okay, we've got a real good one now. Jiu-Jitsu Kaizen volume 13. As of moment of recording this video, this is the latest volume that's out. As of recording this, I'm currently up to date. I do not have volume 0. I don't know. I have ordered it. I don't know if it's in this hall or not. But yeah, what to say about Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen? It's really good shonen. The art is, like I've mentioned before, it's really scratchy, but for some reason it really works for this series. I will admit I did prefer the animation in the anime a bit more, but the art style for the manga does work for this. It does suit this series and the tone it's going for. Now, straight off the bat, I could not tell you who this character is right on the cover. I have, at the current moment, read only till volume 9. So I don't know who this character is, nor do I have any idea what role he plays moving on in the series. I don't want to show you any panels or pictures because I don't want to give away spoilers, since this is the latest volume currently out at this moment. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, what else can you say? Peak shonen. Can't wait to read it. Can't wait to get into it. Oh wow, speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, like I just said, we just unhauled volume 13. Now we have volume 0. I just cannot tell you how excited I am for the movie that's going to come out. The trailers look amazing, and I can't wait to watch it. I do hope it gets a theatrical release where I live, because I do want to watch it in the theater rather than watching it on streaming or something like that. So yeah, that's Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0. Now, from what I have read, you do not need to read Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0 to understand the basic series, which is probably why I put off buying Volume 0 for so long. But when I saw that trailer for the movie that's coming out, I knew I had to get on it and purchase it as soon as possible. So we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0. I guess this is a bit of a prequel series. I'm not really sure. From what I hear, it is a prequel series. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing this. It will be in next month's read. Like I said, I don't read what I haul this month. I will read it next month. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0. So next on our list, we have Queen's Quality Volume 2. Okay, so I think this is the latest that I've got. I have hauled QQ Sweeper Volumes 2 and 3. However, okay, let me bash on Flipkart for a while. You guys, those of you who live in India are aware of Flipkart. Now, originally I used to have a really good experience with Flipkart, but I gotta say, I had a terrible experience with Flipkart. Every time I ordered QQ Sweeper Volume 1, they'd wait to the last minute and then end up cancelling it. Even when I'd call up customer care and ask them, will you be sending this to me? Are you sure? They'd confirm, they'd assure me, tell me definitely, we are getting the product to you, we have sent it, it is currently being sent. And 3 times, let me tell you, 3 times they have cancelled it after confirming and telling me for sure, assuring me that the item would come to me. So yeah, sorry, I went on with the tangent there, but with regard to manga, I have not had the best experience with Flipkart. So that's just for you guys out there. So Queen's Quality Volume 2. Queen's Quality is the sequel to QQ Sweeper, and I love these covers for Queen's Quality. I will be collecting more of this series. Now, I'm not really sure. Originally, I thought that you had to read QQ Sweeper to understand what's going on in Queen's Quality, but a few people do seem to say you will understand Queen's Quality if you don't read QQ Sweeper. But most people recommend to read QQ Sweeper, so I will be reading that before I read Queen's Quality. Now I just need to get my hands on Volume 1 somehow. If not, I'm going to do the unthinkable and actually unthinkable for me at least, consider going the digital route, which I'm not a very big fan of of reading digitally. So yeah, so I don't know, worst comes to worst, that's what I'm gonna have to do. But yeah, Queen's Quality Volume 2, the covers are really good. This is supposed to be a shoujo, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's shoujo beat. So this is supposed to be a shoujo, but from what I hear, it's got a lot of action in it. It's got a whole lot of fantasy elements in it to it. It's not just pure shoujo, which is why I want to give this a go. This series is by the mangaka of Dengeki Daisy. I have not read, nor do I own Dengeki Daisy, but maybe after I read Queen's Quality, I may give Dengeki Daisy a go, but I do believe some of the volumes of Dengeki Daisy are really difficult to find. So I blabbered on for a while. So Queen's Quality Volume 2. The next book in my haul is Blade of the Immortal Omnibus Volume 2. So Blade of the Immortal, I haven't started the series yet. I do have Omnibus 1 of Blade of the Immortal. I love those beautiful deluxe editions, but they are just not in my budget range right now. And also I love these spines of the Omnibus edition, so that's why I'm going the Omnibus route. I am going to give Omnibus 1 and 2 a read to see if I like this. From what I gather, this guy is he used to do terrible things. He killed a lot of people, so he's got this curse placed on him by a witch of some sort, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a curse placed on him which makes him immortal. and he wants to remove the curse. So I think he makes an agreement with the witch that if he saves, I don't know whether it's 100 or 1,000 lives in exchange, the curse will be lifted. So he's out on this journey of redemption sort of thing, trying to find a way to lift the curse. And there he meets this girl. I don't know if you can see it, this girl here. And she is looking out for revenge for the death of her family. So somehow the two of them team up together. So it's kind of like that sort of story. It's definitely a samurai story, and I'm interested in seeing where it goes. I know it's not something that's for everyone, but I am trying to venture into the seinen genre. So what I've read so far of seinen, that is mainly Golden Kamuy and I think Golden Kamuy and Vinland Saga, those two have impressed me. So I am definitely going to give this a fair chance, and I really hope it doesn't disappoint, because it sounds pretty interesting. It sounds really good. So, and the artwork is just top notch. So yeah. Now I did have a choice between Blade of the Immortal and Vagabond, and the reason I chose, though I do believe, I saw some of the panels and I think Vagabond has better art than Blade of the Immortal. That's just me from what I've seen, very limited amount of what I've seen, which isn't much. But why I didn't pick Vagabond is, if I'm not mistaken, Vagabond is an incomplete series, and that's kind of the reason why I didn't, pick up Vagabond instead of Blade of the Immortal. So yeah, Blade of the Immortal, Omnibus Volume 2. And the last item in this clip is Cheeky Brat Volume 1. Now from what I understand, this is an older shoujo series. I saw it in a couple of shoujo manga tubers hauls. Once again, I will call out to Shay Geeks Out. She was one of those who who recommends this. Now this is kind of like waiting for, it's kind of on the same line as Waiting for Spring sort of. I'm not really sure, but this young lady she ends up becoming the manager of the basketball team to get near her senpai, to close to her senpai, who she has a massive crush on. And as she becomes the manager, she finds out that her senpai has actually got a girlfriend. So she's rebuffed her, she's let down. And this guy is also a player on the basketball team, and he's got a thing for her. Now I gotta straight away tell you, from what I understand, there is an age gap. I believe she's a year older than him, if I'm not mistaken. So if that puts you off, maybe this is not for you. But from what I hear, this is a really fun, interesting thing. So it is a typical shoujo, so I do expect a lot of this typical shoujo tropes. And from what I understand, this guy's got a thing for her, and he's trying to get her to see him, for the guy he is. But she takes her job as the manager of the basketball team really seriously. So this is kind of like that. From what I gather, I heard one manga tuber say that if Maid-sama and Waiting for Spring had a baby, that would probably be Cheeky Brat. So that really intrigued me, because I love Maid-sama. Though I haven't read the manga for Maid-sama, but I did watch the anime. So I love Maid-sama, and I'm loving what I read so far of Waiting for Spring. So if Cheeky Brat's a combination of those two, I'm all for it. So that's Cheeky Brat. So that's all I have in this clip. I will see you in the next one. So yeah, till then, bye, which is gonna be about a week or so for me, but it's gonna be only a few seconds for you guys. So till the next clip, see ya. Hey everybody, so it's currently the 26th of Jan 2022 when I'm recording this particular clip. So these are all the items that came in over the past 2 weeks. I want to straight away apologize if my voice sounds hoarse, because I have a bit of a cold and a cough. So please, thankfully it is not what's currently going around, but it's just the common cold and cough. So yeah, I just wanted to apologize if my voice sounds really hoarse because of that. So yeah, these are all that came in over the past 2 weeks. So let's start unpacking them. First off, I have volume 5 of Chainsaw Man. Now why I didn't do an unpackaging of this is because this came in packaged, but unfortunately my little girl, my dog, got into it and she tore up the packaging. Luckily the book wasn't very badly damaged. It was a bit damaged in particular parts here, but not as bad as it could have been, so I'm glad for that. But this is Chainsaw Man volume 5. I'm picking it up as and when I go. I do think there are going to be quite a few volumes of Chainsaw Man in this particular haul, so yeah. Chainsaw Man, it's peak shonen current right now. I did put it off for a bit, but now I am collecting it. So Chainsaw Man volume 5. I don't know whether I should show you some of the artwork. But this is Chainsaw Man. I do believe this is one of the best covers. I'm not a big fan of the cover of volume 4, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a big fan of that. I thought that was very plain. But this cover is stunning. So this is Chainsaw Man volume 5. So next up we have Witch and the Beast volume 6. I believe there are till volume 7. Volume 7 is the latest that is currently out. Volume 8 should be coming out. I've mentioned in my previous haul, I did get Witch and the Beast volumes 1 to 3. And spoiler alert, my reading log, I did enjoy it. So I made it a point to pick up as all of what else is out. So that's the Witch and the Beast volume 6. Now what can I say about this? This is like, it's got very dark gothic feel to it. It's got a lot, it's more horror. It was a bit on the horror side for me, which is something new for me, but not so too much that I couldn't stomach. I love the art style, actions fluid, the characters. I think the eyes that they draw for these characters, whoever the artist is who draws the eyes in this does a fantastic job. Dark fantasy based stuff. I definitely suggest you give this a go. This is a story about these two main characters. We've got Gudo. Now Gudo is a total badass and I do not regret reading this at all. They are currently hunting a particular witch who's placed a curse on Gudo, and this chronicles their journey doing that. This guy, he's got some control over magic. I don't know whether you'd classify him as a witch, but they work for this society that deals with all sorts of magic related problems and stuff. So that's basically what this story is about. It's a definitely good read, a dark fantasy gothic feel sort of thing with really dark undertones and a bit of horror and all that stuff. So if that's your kind of thing, I definitely suggest give The Witch and the Beast a go. One of my readers had suggested it, so thank you my friend for that. So yeah, The Witch and the Beast volume 6. Next up in the haul, we have Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost. This is volume 1. I believe there are 3 volumes currently out right now. Now from what this is by the author Kaori Yuki, and this mangaka, I've never read any of their works, but I've heard good things about it. Now, The Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost, it's got a dark twist to the Beauty and the Beast storyline. Now, from what I gather, this young lady is Beauty, and there's this forbidden forest, which is where a beast sort of lurks, and she doesn't take any of the warnings to heart, and as a child she goes out and plays in this forest along with her mother. Now this beast is known for kidnapping beautiful women, and he happens to kidnap her mother. So the father goes, he loses it. He's scared his daughter, who's also growing up to be quite a beauty, would also be taken. So he locks his daughter up and to protect her. Years later, when the daughter's grown up, there's rumors of the beast coming out, prowling around again, coming out. So she risks going out and goes back to the forbidden forest. And that's basically how our story goes from there. I don't know how Paradise Lost figures into this, but I know it's sort of like a dark twist on the Beauty and the Beast fairy tale. So I am very interested in reading this. I don't know how many volumes there are. I think there are going to be only 4 volumes if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I'm very excited in seeing how this goes. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I want to definitely give it a shot. The artwork looks pretty good. It looks really nice. I gotta say, I don't know what to expect out of this, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I will enjoy this. Next up, we have Chainsaw Man Volume 2. Now, I already gave you my lowdown on Chainsaw Man. There's nothing much more to say. This is Volume 2. I'm slowly picking it up as I go. I don't know what else to say about it. Cover-wise, not my favorite cover. The previous one is one of my favorite ones. Sometimes I tend to feel that the covers border between extremely attractive and extremely plain. Like I said, Volume 4 is one of my least favorite covers. But I'm very excited in seeing where this story goes, how it leads. I love this little devil dog that Denji's got. So yeah, I have high hopes for this. I'm just hoping it doesn't let me down. Next up, we have Dr. Stone Volume 10. Now, Dr. Stone did take a bit of a backseat in my collecting for some time, but I am going to try and pick it up now. I enjoy this. I love Boichi's artwork. I love the storytelling. The facial expressions are just... the way he does the facial expressions is really good. I love that this is all based on science. It can get a bit wordy at times, but I enjoy it for what it is. Me being a science student myself, I enjoy it. I love reading the theories, the way Senku goes about solving the problem. So for those of you who don't know what Dr. Stone is, it's kind of okay, the story follows basically one day there's suddenly this big flash of light and all the people in the world get turned to stone. A million years or so, I don't know how many years, millions of years later, Senku somehow manages to escape his stone prison. He's able to reverse the petrification. Now Senku is a genius for his age. He's really good with science. He's, like I said, he's a genius, a prodigy of sorts. And he sets about trying to bring the world back to reverse the petrification, find out what caused all the people of the world to turn to stone to begin with. And he wants to set up the new age using the power of science. So I really enjoyed what I read of it. I think I've read up till volume 4 or 5, I'm not sure, but I enjoyed it. I definitely will be reading more. I want to collect more so I can read. I don't know where the Byakuya reboot works into the storyline. I know that's sort of like a side story, and that the Byakuya reboot, if I'm not mistaken, is written and drawn by Boichi, whereas in this the art is only by Boichi. But Dr. Stone, I definitely recommend if you're into science. Even if you're not, this may be something for you, so I definitely suggest you give it a go. Dr. Stone Volume 10. Yeah. Okay, so finally we have Chainsaw Man Volume 1. Now, like I said, I had been collecting it out randomly. Now that I have Volume 1, Volume 3, I don't have Volume 2 yet. But now that I have these volumes, Volume 2, yeah, correct. I just opened Volume 2. So I have 1 to Volume 3. So I can finally begin this series. I've been wanting to begin it for so long. But Chainsaw Man, this is the very first volume. We've got Denji there. So in case I haven't mentioned it, the basic synopsis is there's this guy Denji, and he's really having bad luck in his life. Somehow through a twist of circumstances, he ends up receiving the powers of his pet devil dog, and his limbs turn into chainsaws, as you can see here, and he's recruited by this agency that is hunting devils like him, and he's given a choice either to die or to join and help this agency. So this is him fighting and getting rid of other devils. So I guess the other members in his team also have certain powers and are also have contracts with devils or something like that. So yeah, Chainsaw Man, what more is there to say? Like I said, I'm so hyped to finally be able to read this. From what I hear, it gets really dark. Yeah, the imagery itself, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to enjoy it, but here's hoping. Okay, we are just getting more and more Chainsaw Man. So Chainsaw Man Volume 4. Like I said, this is one of my least favorite covers. I don't know who this character is, but like I've gone on and on about Chainsaw Man, so I'm not going to go further into this. This is Volume 4. Can't wait to see where all this leads. I do want to read a good chunk of this series before I watch the anime, which should be coming out sometime this year. And by the way, I am very hyped for that anime. That trailer is what gave me that final push into getting into the series and getting into the manga. So yeah, I hope they do a good job. I hope they blow it out of the park. Like, I think it's the same studio as the studio that did Jujutsu Kaisen, and I loved the Jujutsu Kaisen anime. So yeah, Chainsaw Man Volume 4, I believe there are only 11 volumes, but I believe the mangaka has said that there will be a sequel series coming out. So yeah, Chainsaw Man Volume 4. Next up, we have volumes 1 and 2 of I'm the Villainess, So I'm Taming the Final Boss. Now, I gotta straight off tell you guys, Isekai is not actually my favorite genre. Actually, I don't think I have anything which is from which belongs to that genre. So this is kind of my first foray into that. From what I gathered, this young lady gets reincarnated, typically Isekai trope. She gets reincarnated as the villainess, but I guess the final boss ends up killing her at the end. So she decides that she doesn't want to die, obviously, who wants to die? She doesn't want to die, so she decides that she's going to make the final boss, the demon king or whatever, fall in love with her, and that's going to prevent her from dying. So basically this is what the series synopsis is about. There are only 3 volumes. The third volume is the final volume. I have volumes 1 and 2. So this is my first foray into the isekai genre. I do hope I'm not let down. It sounds like fun for someone who's not very who doesn't know much about the isekai genre, not isekai anime that much. I did like Rising of the Shield Hero though. I did like that anime. So I'm going into this optimistic. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I hope it pans out well and this does work out well. Like I said, the premise does seem interesting to me. It's got romance, it's got fantasy, it's got everything in it. So hopefully it will not let me down. So yeah, I am the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Volumes 1 and 2. Let me give you a look at the art. The art's very, it's pretty okay. It's quite nice. It's quite gorgeous, I would say. Nothing mind-blowing or anything. So yeah, I guess that's the final boss. So yeah. Next up, we have Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest Volume 9. Some more Mishima goodness. Though I believe the story and the layouts are by Hiro Mishima, the art is by Atsuo Ueda. So, like if you've seen my previous reading log, I will leave a card for it somewhere up there. I'm not a big fan of where this is headed right now. I'm not a big fan of exactly the direction it's going, mainly because it revisits a certain place. I don't want to spoil it right now, but do check out my reading log for last month if you have the time. I like Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. It's just no brain nonsense. I enjoy it. I like the artwork. I like the action sequences. I have always said Natsu and Lucy are my favorite pairing. They are the best. So I am interested in seeing where this goes. Like I said, not the biggest fan of where I saw the series seems to be heading, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt. I enjoyed how much I've read so far. Particularly, we are entering the Moon Dragon arc right now. So I want to see what the Moon Dragon, what she's got in store for these people, what she's got in store for Natsu and the gang. So yeah, Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. If you like Fairy Tail, I definitely suggest you give this a go. Though I would rank Eden Zero higher than Fairy Tail. I know, I don't know. Personally, I prefer Eden Zero just a tad bit more than I do the Fairy Tail series. So yeah, but I have always been a Fairy Tail fan, so I am giving this spin-off series a go, and I'm enjoying it. But yeah, a bit disappointed on where the storyline is headed so far, but hopefully they'll redeem themselves. So yeah, Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. I'll give you a look. This is the latest volume that's currently out. So yeah. Okay, Next up, we have Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost Volume 2. Now I explained to you, I gave you guys a brief idea of what when I unboxed Volume 1. So this is Volume 2. Now are these real scratches or is it supposed to be like that? I don't know if you can see this, but it looks like some scratches. I don't know whether it's supposed to be like this or I'm guessing not, but I can't feel any scratches on the surface, but it does look scratched if you can see that. I don't know whether it's supposed to be like that or not. I have a feeling it is damaged, but yeah, not really happy about that. So we have Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost Volume 2. Like I said, I'm going into this pretty much blind. I only have the basic synopsis idea, so I'm hoping it doesn't disappoint. Next up, this looks like one more of my guilty pleasure sort of things. Vampire Dormitory Volumes 1 and 2. Now this is also a bit of a blind buy, if you could say. From what I know, this young lady, this is a girl by the way, she's had a really miserable life, and this guy is a vampire and he needs a servant. If I'm basically giving you a basic idea. I'm not sure how much of this is accurate, but this guy, he needs to find a servant for himself, but he doesn't want to take just anyone. And then he meets this girl who he thinks is a guy working at I think a butler cafe, I'm not sure, but he meets this girl who he thinks is a guy, and she's had a very bad life, and he sort of offers to her, become my thrall, I will you can stay in the dormitory sort of with us and all. I think he isn't aware that she's a girl, so through twist of circumstances, she agrees to his proposal, and she ends up living in his dormitory. But the thing is, from what I gather in this storyline, the person's if a vampire is to drink a person's blood, if the person is not cared for, if they haven't received love in their life, their blood does not taste as delicious. So her blood, since she has had a very misfortunate life, her blood does not taste very good, and she's never received love. So it's his mission to make sure to shower her with everything she needs, so that her blood will start tasting good again. At least that's what I guess it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we have Vampire Diaries Volumes 1 and 2. So yeah, I don't know whether this will get spicy at any point, but vampires are my personal guilty pleasure. I was not one of the big Twilight fans, but I was a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. So yeah, Vampire Dormitory, pretty much a blind buy, but I'm very interested in seeing where this goes. So yeah, these are all that I got in this week. I don't know if I'll be able to get in another clip, but yeah, this is what I have this week. A whole lot of stuff, a lot of new stuff this particular month that I'm giving a new shot to. Hopefully I'm not let down, but yeah, so that's all for this week. See you guys in next week's clip, which will be a few seconds from now for you, but will probably be a couple of days for me. But yeah, that's all in this clip. Hey everyone, so it is currently the 30th of Jan 2022 when I'm recording this. Hopefully this comes out soon. I want to apologize again if my voice is still a bit hoarse, because I'm still getting over my cough and my cold. So without further ado, let's start unpackaging these babies. These are what came in the past few days. So yeah, start. So first in this unpackaging is Dr. Stone Volume 9. I think in one of the previous clips I did unbox Volume 10. I don't have much to say about Dr. Stone, except if you're into science, if you're into that sort of stuff, even if you're not, try giving this one a go. It's definitely unique. The artwork's amazing. The facial expressions that Boichi does are really good. So yeah, till now this series was, for some time it did take a bit of a back seat to my collecting, but now I'm going to get onto it again. So yeah, Stone Volume I do recommend. Speaking of Dr. Stone, we now have Dr. Stone Volume 8. So hoping to read more of this. how much I've read so far. So I can't wait to get into this. Can't wait to see where it goes, what direction it takes. So yeah, Dr. Stone, like I said, I will repeat again. If you are into science, even if you're not, just try and give this a go. It is very interesting. It's a real fun series. If not, try out the anime. It may be more up to your speed or more up to your style. So anyway, I definitely suggest you give this a go. Okay, the next one's a new series that I'm trying to collect. That's Hell's Paradise. This is volume 2. I am having a tough time getting my hands on volume 1 and volume 3 and stuff. But so I'm picking this up as and when I get them. I do want to give the first 3 volumes a go before I decide to pick up more. I was late on the train to the Hell's Paradise bandwagon. I wasn't sure whether it would be more up to my seat. Kind of was very similar to what my doubts on Chainsaw Man. From what I hear, this extremely violent shonen, and it's one of the peak shonens currently going on. It's the next big thing. I do believe there's a anime adaptation that's been announced. From what I gather, the storyline is basically we have this guy who's an assassin, and he gets murdered. His name is Gabimaru. And he's given a deal by the shogun to go to this island, this paradise island, and collect this elixir of life, if I'm not mistaken, for the shogun that will give the shogun immortality. So he's sent along with a watcher, along with a whole lot of other criminals. Now there seems to be some dark secret behind this island, and I've heard this is gory, this is violent, this has got a bit of everything for everyone. So I am interested in seeing where this goes. I do want to give first 3 volumes a go before I dive head on into this. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, but I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy this. Now straight off the bat, I want to say the covers for this scene are amazing, and I've heard nothing but great things about this series. So I am very, very excited to give this one a go. I do want to collect volumes 3. And then give the 3-volume rule a chance and then move ahead, or maybe I'll just start picking up whatever I can. This is kind of what happens when you wait to the last minute. But yeah, Hell's Paradise volume 2, can't wait to give this a go. Of course, this does have the explicit content warning here, so there are scenes here that are not for the faint of heart, at least from what I have heard. But yeah, I want to give this a go. I'm going to go in with an open mind, but I honestly, I got a feeling I'm going to enjoy it. Next up, we have Black Clover Volume 5. Now, I have Black Clover Volume 1 and 2. I haven't started reading it yet because I'm waiting for Volume 3 to come in. This was a recommendation by one of my viewers, and I decided to finally give it a go. So I'm definitely going to check it out. I did watch a few episodes of the anime, and I know a lot of people find Asta, our main character right here, they find him very annoying, but for some odd reason, I don't know why, I didn't find him that annoying. I mean, there have definitely been more annoying characters that I have seen in anime history, but I didn't find him that annoying, and I did find what I watched of the anime quite interesting. It's kind of why I decided to give the manga a go, because I have heard the manga exceeds the anime and it's a better experience overall. So yeah, Black Clover. Now I have volumes 1 and 2. I need volumes 3, 4 and 5. I swooped up on volume 5 because I got it for a really good deal. So that's Black Clover volume 5. Like I said, I haven't started it yet, so I don't know what to expect. I know this is a world where there's magic, and then there's this kid Asta who doesn't have control over magic. He can't control any type of magic, and at a coming of age ceremony they are given these grimoires, and depending upon the grimoire you get, it sort of decides your status in the society. And this kid Asta wants to get the highest ranking, but he ends up not getting a grimoire, which is kind of weird for kids his age, whereas his best friend Yono gets a really rare grimoire. So that's basically what I have, and this is his story, overcoming all his obstacles to reach his goal and become the Emperor King or the Night King or something like that. So that's basically the story of Black Clover. It is your typical shonen tropes everywhere, but I am very interested in reading this. I've heard nothing but good things about the manga particularly. So yeah, I'm glad I chose this route. So Black Clover Volume 5. And the last item in this haul is Yono of the Dawn Volume 15. Now I did slow down on collecting Yono of the Dawn mainly because I could not find Volume 14 anywhere. Now this is Volume 15, so I've decided finally, okay, chuck it. I might as well collect the rest before the other volume, FOMO sort of hit me. I got scared that the other volumes beyond 14 would be difficult to find. So I've decided to actively start collecting Yono of the Dawn again. So this is Volume 15. Yono of the Dawn has got some gorgeous artwork, and despite this being a shoujo title, the romance does take a bit of a backseat, which on the whole does seem to serve the story better. I can't wait to see our main girl here, Yona, get together with Hug, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be his love interest. If she ends up with Suwon, I'm going to blow a gasket. I seriously am, because I really want her to end up with Hug. So basically we follow our heroine Yona here, who is the princess of this country, and she's a very sheltered, pampered princess. And on her 16th birthday, I think it's her 16th birthday, she ends up witnessing the death of her father, the king, at the hands of someone she implicitly trusted, whom she cared about. And this person makes a play for the throne, who happens to be, I believe, her cousin or something. He makes a play for the throne, and she's forced to flee from her palace, and she's got her trusted her childhood friend and a general in the army, Huck, with her, and he takes up protecting her, decides, and this is her journey, trying to discover herself, also trying to, she learns that life wasn't perfect outside the walls of her palace, that people were suffering, and she realizes the actual state of her kingdom, and she decides to take a stand and help out and regain her throne in the process. So first off, I found her, the first few chapters I found her really irritating, but she really grows into a very strong female protagonist, one of the strongest female protagonists I have yet to encounter in manga or anime, and I really love this young lady. I can't wait to see where her journey takes her. She needs to recruit these 4 dragons to help her take back her throne. So yeah, this is basically following her journey and the journey of her companions and their adventures. So it is fun, it is really enjoying. It's a perfect jumping off point for those of you who want to get into shoujo but are a little more leaning towards the shonen side, who are not really sure what you want. But this is definitely fun. Like I said, the romance does take a back seat so far. I've read up till volume, I think 12 or 13, and there has been literally absolutely almost no. There are hints here and there, but besides that, there's practically nothing. No improvement. No progress in the romance sides of things. So if that is something that puts you off, I do suggest you keep that in mind. So these are what came in this week. I will give you a short, also some B-roll of the overall haul that I had this month. This month I had a fairly decent haul. Some new stuff. I am trying to go out of my comfort zone, so there are a lot of new things that I have, a series that I'm trying out. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I will enjoy them. I have a feeling I will, because I do read up all the synopsis, look up other haul videos, other people's recommendations, and I like listening to you guys' recommendations when I take into consideration what I'm going to invest in. So yeah, that's all I have for this month's haul. Please, if you do have the time, please hit me up on Twitter, on Instagram. You can contact me on Twitter simply at mercy_d, on Instagram at mercy_sd. Check out my Facebook page simply at Funny Pajamas. Links are also in the description down below. And if you want to contact me by email, my email is currently up on the screen. It's simply mercy@funny-pajamas. That's all I have for you right now. I had an amazing haul this thing. A lot of the stuff was carried over from Christmas time. So this month's haul it's got some really fun, exciting new reads, stuff that I can't wait to get into. So yeah, but that's all I have for you right now. I'm going to sign out for now. I'm going to end here. Hope to see you guys in the next one. This is Mercy signing out. Bye. Have a good one, everyone.